on the sideline watching, so I make them clap it up.
Today, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Rams and the Arizona Cardinals. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. They'll have a first down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads them out.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win, like a good pitcher, without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Murray now on first down. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Murray now. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Matt Breida, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 31, Stafford. He's got Higbee complete right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And this play a lot like the previous one. Thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line. 2 yards they lost there. Now 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Stafford. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Here's the first carry of the game for Zach Moss. And some room to maneuver. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On second and goal, Murray. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Murray now to throw. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Marcus Golden. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Murray's throw complete there to Moore. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
This is unbelievable.
So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
That ball's hit, and the football pops free. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure.
Review the play.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Flushed out right. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
Here's Murray. Being chased out left. And he is out of bounds here. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Second down and goal. Murray looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During films. That's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Prater's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they wind up turning. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good run got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. On the give, this is Akers. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 30. 10. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. 73 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They've got a first and goal to go at the 7. They'll run here with Henderson and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Akers again. And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the first. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Myers' kick is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So a conservative decision there, but it does put them on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. To throw again on second down. Murray. Hopkins making the catch. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Not much there, only a yard.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, is so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hopkins. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. First down, Murray. That's complete once again to Hopkins. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now Murray again. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray escaping the pressure right. This is caught, and he's brought down. That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent,
who did things largely below the radar. Not this guy. 819 catches, that speaks loudly and volumes.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 3rd and goal. This L.A. Rams defense will try to bow up once more. From the gun, Murray. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. The final shot before the break, Stafford.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the 3rd quarter of action. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Eluding the pressure right. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard,
Sean McVay unhappy on the sidelines visibly. He's made the decision.
After reviewing the play, the run on the field is reversed.
So that a good outcome for Sean McVay as the challenge is successful. They'll run on 1st down with Moss.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
that play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's... They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And Owen coughed it up. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, these guys wanted to get back in this game. They needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one. He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great cover. And he's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Rondale Moore, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he's a little bit on the shorter side. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
92 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
This will wind up a loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Returning it is Moore. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 6 there on first. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Play fake. Murray. They'll roll him out right. But I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're talking just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on it.
Touchdown! His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cards are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp. Now the ball comes loose, and the Cardinals have got it. Go the other way. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On the give, this is Moss. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The 71 yards on the ground for him so far. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Now Murray. Quick slant caught by Moore. And he's taken down inside the 30.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Second down at 7. They'll go again here with Moss.
And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 20-yard line. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. On play action, it's Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
2nd and 10.
To throw is Stafford. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Woods. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now Stafford. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he's on to punt for L.A. Here's Moore on the return.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll start by running the option to the right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Here.
On 2nd and 15 now. Murray.
And this one too low.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Chandler Jones, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Now it's Stafford. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Chandler Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Breida. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they plan to do